Commander Zixtal of the Hegemony Fleet stared at the holographic contract floating before his four eyes, his chitinous fingers trembling with barely contained rage. The document was written in 17 different languages, a diplomatic courtesy that somehow made the humiliation worse. Lease agreement for Asteroid Mining Station XK7, he read aloud, his translator struggling with the human concepts. Monthly rent, 50,000 credits. Security deposit 100,000 credits. No pets allowed. Across the negotiation table, Director Sarah Chen smiled with the kind of politeness that had become humanity's signature weapon. The no pets clause is standard. Commander, we had some issues with a Zalarian trade delegation last month. Their emotional support parasites got into the ventilation system. Zixtal's mandibles clicked in frustration. 3 years ago, his fleet had arrived at this backwater system expecting an easy conquest. Earth's resources were legendary throughout the galaxy: rare metals, pristine water, and most importantly, the unique crystalline formations that powered faster-than-light travel. The humans had seemed primitive, barely having mastered interplanetary flight. The invasion should have taken days. Instead, humanity had done something unprecedented in galactic history. They had moved their entire planet. How? Zixtal had demanded during the first failed assault, watching Earth simply disappear from its orbit, along with its moon. The answer had come from Admiral Torres, humanity's first contact with the hegemony. "We've been practicing," she had said, as casually as discussing the weather. "Asteroid mining teaches you a lot about moving big rocks around space. Turns out planets are just really big asteroids." What followed was the most embarrassing military campaign in hegemony history. Human ships, cobbled together from mining equipment and construction vessels, had outmaneuvered the finest warships in the galaxy. Worse, they had scattered Earth's resources across thousands of mobile asteroid cities, each one equipped with jump drives salvaged from crashed hegemony vessels. "You see, Commander," Director Chen continued, sliding another contract across the table. "When you came to take our resources, you forgot that humans don't just defend things. We relocate them, rebrand them, and then lease them back to you at competitive rates." The asteroid city around them hummed with activity. Through the observation deck, Zixtal could see human workers in EVA suits directing massive mining operations. Each asteroid had been hollowed out and transformed into a self-sufficient city, complete with artificial gravity, atmospheric processors, and, most galling of all, gift shops. "Gift shops," Zixtal muttered, watching a group of hegemony soldiers emerge from one carrying bags emblazoned with "I survived the human relocation" in gaudy letters. "Tourism is our second largest revenue stream now," Chen said proudly. "Right after the mining leases. Your soldiers seem particularly fond of our Earth-authentic gravity simulators. Apparently 1G is considered an extreme sport in most of the UE galaxy." The absurdity of it all made Zixtal's head ache. The hegemony controlled 1,000 worlds, commanded fleets that could shatter moons, and had conquered civilizations that spanned entire solar systems. Yet here they were, paying rent to mine the very resources they had come to take by force. "This is extortion," he finally said. Chen's expression didn't change. "This is business. You wanted our resources. We're happy to provide them. The fact that we've relocated those resources to a more secure location is simply good inventory management." The truth was even more humiliating. Humanity hadn't just moved their planet, they had improved upon everything they touched. The asteroid cities were marvels of engineering that surpassed most hegemony space stations. Human miners had developed new extraction techniques that were 300% more efficient than standard galactic methods. They had even solved the energy crisis that had plagued the hegemony for centuries by building solar collectors that followed the local star's orbit. "Article 15 of the lease," Chen continued, "covers our security services. For an additional fee, human security forces will protect your mining operations from pirates, raiders, and other hegemony fleets who might try to muscle in on your territory." Zixtal's antennae drooped. "You're offering to protect us from ourselves? We prefer to think of it as conflict resolution consulting. Your species has a tendency toward military solutions. We've found that most problems can be solved with proper logistics and paperwork. Through the window, a hegemony dreadnought docked at the asteroid city's port. Its crew would disembark, pay for temporary residence permits, buy overpriced coffee from human vendors, and submit to human safety inspections before being allowed to visit their own mining operations. The monthly rent includes utilities, waste, management, and access to our recreational facilities. Chen added helpfully. The zero-G tennis courts are quite popular. Zixtal signed the contract with the resignation of a being who had been thoroughly outmaneuvered. As his stylus touched the holographic document, sealing the hegemony's transformation from conquerors to tenants, he couldn't help but ask the question that had haunted him for 3 years. Why didn't you just fight us directly? Chen's smile widened. Commander, humans learned long ago that the best way to win a war is to make your enemy pay for the privilege of fighting it. Now, would you like to see our premium lease package? It includes complimentary Wi-Fi. Outside, Earth continued its new orbit around a distant star, invisible to all sensors except those operated by humans. And throughout the galaxy, other species were learning the most important lesson in human history. When humans can't win through strength, they simply change the rules of the game. The hegemony had come for Earth's resources. Now they were paying rent on their own invasion.